Good morning, everybody. I welcome you all to your grammar class. Children, we have already learned many things about our lesson number 11, direct and indirect speech. We still have few points to cover. So, we are going to learn about interrogative sentences in the direct and indirect speeches. Okay, so here I have written few examples. Before explaining you all these examples, I will be reading something from the book. It is page number 78, which I am going to read for you. Interrogative sentences. Under the heading of this, we will cover the things. The following changes are made while reporting questions. Okay, when we are changing from direct to indirect sentence, then these following changes are necessary. We have to make in interrogative sentences. What are they? The reporting verb said. The reporting verb said. Reporting verb, I'm sure you know. This part is known as reporting verb. Okay, and this is your reporting verb actually, said. This will change into what? Asked. This will change into asked. Reporting verb will change into asked. Said into asked. This is the change which we have to make in it. Next thing it says, use of connective words. Use of if, whether, and use of WH questions. Okay, WH questions are very simple, which begins with WH, why, when, where, who. All these etc. are known as your WH words. Firstly, we will talk about if or whether. Alright, if and whether. I am going to write it here. If and whether. These two things are there. It says if and whether. If your sentence is used, if or whether is used in an interrogative sentence, in which case when it begins with a verb. When your interrogative sentence is beginning with the verb, then we are going to use if and whether in the beginning. Okay, now what about verbs? I have written one statement for you to explain you this. Now, the first one is explaining you about it. Now, see, is your verb, isn't it? Am I right? Is your verb? Now, see, this is beginning with, means your reported speech is beginning with is, means your verb. And when it is beginning with the verb, that means we have to use if or whether in the place. So, Nandini said, I have told you, said will change into asked in the interrogative sentences. Now, asked me. We never write asked to me. We say asked me. Asked me what? If. Now, see, this if we will not write it capital, it will be small. Okay. Is your mother a homemaker? Is your mother a homemaker? Now, instead of adding that, usually we were adding that as our conjunctions, isn't it? After removing the punctuations, these comma and these double quotes, inverted commas, we were using that. But here we are not going to use that because in the interrogative sentences we avoid that. We do not put that in the sentence. Instead of that, we use if and whether so that it can look connected. So Nandini asked me if. You may even use whether, there is no problem in it. If my mother will change into was a homemaker. My is changed according to your personal pronoun, which we have already learnt. This is how we will change our direct speech to indirect in the interrogative form. And one more thing you would be noticing, that there is no question mark in the end. We are not going to put any question mark in the end because it says, according to you, I will read for you, interrogative form of the direct speech changed into assertive form. Because whenever we are changing, this is your question, is your mother a homemaker? But when we will change here in the indirect speech, instead of a question, we will make it a simple sentence. Assertive means a simple sentence. It can be positive, it can be negative. There is no doubt in it. But it is a simple sentence. It is not a question, but a simple sentence. So, on the basis of that, we have made this as a simple sentence, if my mother was a homemaker. This is how we do it. Next one, it says, question B, I am reading for you. Question word what, where, when, why, how, etc. used if an interrogative sentence has a question word in its beginning. If we have a question word in the beginning, then we are going to use them. She said to me, this is one example I have taken. Where are you going? Now see, already we have a question word with where, isn't it? It says question word like these are used if an interrogative sentence has a question word in its beginning. We are going to use the question word if we have any question word in the beginning like this. She, again said will change into asked. Me, because we have this here. Asked me what? Where? Now see, this is capital, but here we will not use capital letter. I have told you in the beginning. I have told you that we are not going to use the word THAT, that, as we were doing in all the sentences we have seen till now. Where I was going. Now where I was going without any question mark, because now this is your sentence. This is not your question now. This is your sentence. Where, if it would be where was I going, then it could be a question. But now where I was going, this is simply a sentence. So this is how WH words can be expressed. This is about if and whether can be expressed. After this we have commands and requests. When you will read this reported speech, you will understand whether that is a request or a command or any sort of advice. According to that, we can have the different words. We can use if there is any inquiry about something. If somebody wants to know something, then you can use he inquired about. Instead of asked, you can use inquired. Okay, same way I have written one sentence for you. Before reading that out for you, I will be reading something from the book. Imperative sentences expresses commands and requests. We all know that. The following changes are made while reporting imperative sentences. When we have imperative sentences, we can use ordered, requested, advised according to the sense expressed in the reported speech. Okay, and what ordered, request and advice, in which case they will change? When we have the word said. The reporting verb said is changed into this. Now said, this is about this portion, isn't it? But when we are talking about reported speech, then if we will read that there is any sort of request made, then we will use the word according to it. Second point says, we put preposition to before the base form of the verb, means the first form of the verb, in affirmative sentences. In the sentences, we put in the affirmative. Now what are affirmative? Do you all remember? If you all don't remember, then I would advise you all to open your first lesson and see what are affirmative sentences. You will turn page number 10 and you will get under the heading of your kinds of sentences. There you will be getting this affirmative sentences. What are they? Now, when we are talking affirmative, it means positive sentence and another is negative sentence. In the assertive sentence, we have two types, affirmative and negative. Now here it is about assertive sentence, affirmative sentence. When we have affirmative sentence, we can use to with the base form of the verb. We put not to when we have negative statement and we want to make it negative, we will use not to. But if it is a positive sentence, we will use only to with the base form. Okay, so now one example I have written to explain you this. Rachna said to me, okay, forget about this sentence which I wrote for you in indirect speech. It says, sorry, not in, yes, indirect speech. Now, please pass me the butter. Now, when you read this word please, what comes to your mind? It is a kind of request which is made in the statement. So, by looking at this reported speech, we can make out that this is a request. So, instead will change into requested. Why requested? Because past we have to make. Rachna requested me. Again, these things will be removed. We all know how and why. Requested me what? To pass. Now, this is your verb and base form. And I have told you before base form, if it is a positive sentence, we are going to use to. The rule has been mentioned in the book and that I have read for you already. To pass, this will be connected to pass what? The butter. Already we have used me, so there is no use of using me all the time. It is understood Rachna requested me to pass the butter. This is how you have to use to. If it would be a negative statement, we would have used not. Rachna requested me not to pass the butter. If it would have been a negative sentence, but since it is positive, so we will have this change. Then after this we have exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory, we all are familiar with. Exclamation mark, when we will see any strong surprise or any strong feeling can be expressed in exclamatory sentences. So here it says, while reporting exclamations, we generally keep these things in mind. Okay, the rules are here. Reporting verb is changed into exclaimed, regretted, applauded, etc. Means here instead of said, in exclamatory sentences, what you can use? You can use regretted, या फिर exclaimed even you can use, or you can use applaud. That depends on the sense of the sentence. Of course, if it is a kind of anything which for which you have to praise, then you can use applauded. If somebody has said something, then you can, instead of using said, we can say exclaimed. So here, this is our first point. Second point, exclamative sentence is changed into assertive sentence. Means in a simple sentence, positive or negative, both like in interrogative. Exclamation mark is removed. When we are changing from direct to indirect, we will remove the exclamatory mark. Other rules remain the same. What all rules we have studied about changing the tense and all these, they will remain same. Only these are the few things which are new to you. One example we will see of the exclamatory sentence. I will be writing for you the first one. Sushma said. Sushma said how foolish I was. How foolish I was. Now, how we are going to change this statement? How we are going to do it? Sushma said how foolish I was. It means she is regretting, isn't it? And we, since we have this past tense, so we will write Sushma regretted. We have the word Sushma regretted. We are going to remove these things. We know that. There is no question. We all know all these about these. Regretted what? That can be used here. Only it was for the interrogative, that we do not use. Regretted that. Now what is she regretting? That she was very foolish. We know that we have to remove exclamatory mark, and see, we have removed, and this punctuation will also go. Sushma, instead of said, we can use regretted. I have said. We can even use applauded. We can even use exclaimed. That, what is it? That she was very foolish. Along with this, we have 2-3 examples more in the book. You can read them to understand more. By this, I have covered lesson number 11 for you, direct and indirect speech. And I'm sure whatever we have covered today, that is also clear to you. If you want to know about this more, you can refer to some new good books, so that you can get some examples from there. Even you may practice few examples to know this topic more. Thank you and take care.